Hello and welcome to Take Time. I'm your host, Patrick Marlett. Today we're taking a look at an actual heritage design. Plenty companies produce heritage models, designs meant to capture the essence of a previous model within their catalog. However, rarely do we see a watch that not only does that, but also features a movement from said brand's past. This is the Circula Heritage Hand Wound with PUW caliber 561, a German-made watch with a German-made movement. Disclaimer, this watch was lent to the channel. Now, as I like to do with all of my reviews, let's start with some bad notes first. The dial of the Circula has a refined simplicity that I like, with matched blue minute markings to its blue-coated handset. My only real issue with the composition here is the handset choice. The hour and minute hands seem confused on this dial. The length of the hands I'm fond of. They point at and not run over the markers they seek to indicate, but perhaps a pair of non-loomed silver stick hands would have gone better with the dial design. Keep the blued seconds hand, but loomed hands without a loomed or even semi-loomed dial just feels off. That is largely the only issue I had with this piece. It's very much akin to Seiko's Cocktail Time series, which I've reviewed in the past, with similar scale and case design. Though at under 10mm thin, this is the superior dress design in my opinion. Truth be told, I find myself leaning towards thinner watches in most all circumstances. The fit of the Circula feels right. Very much true to its nature, though dressy in appearance, the Heritage Hand Wound was meant to be a robust daily wearer. This is due in large part to the movement featured inside, the PUW 561. Similarly constructed to ETA 2824s of that same time period, the Cal 561 inside promises to be a lasting companion. And if it's anything like its ETA brethren, it's certain to go the distance. With vintage movements, it only takes a skilled repairman to get the piece running proper, so I wouldn't concern myself with any potential servicing here. Especially with how simple this movement is. It's a three-hander, no hacking, set it and forget it timepiece. A wind when you wake and go watch. The Circula's three-piece construction is lovingly crafted. It's a pleasant design, polished where you'd expect polished, brushed where you'd expect brushing. There's something profoundly utilitarian about its design and equally beautiful in its execution. I love case designs that look intentional, purpose-built. With its widened bezel, large dial, and minimal text, this watch was unarguably meant to provide the time. No frills, nothing lavish, just the time. Well, apart from the deeply notched crown over at the 3 o'clock. That and the hands. Those are the only showy features on the Circula, with this crown being found across their entire range. It's a lovely single pull crown that's slightly recessed into the case. Had to have one standout element, and what more important than the crown. Regarding the hands, the Superluminova C1 dies out fairly quickly and isn't that bright. Again, not my favorite choice here, though the accessory provided is quite a good choice. The suede leather in anthracite gray pairs well with the Circula Heritage and is a comfortable companion to the case. Now, before I get to my verdict, let's take a look at the Circula Heritage Hand Wound on my 7¼ inch wrist. It's these simple designs that are the hardest to critique. There's so little to review, and any unfavorable aspect is amplified due to this fact. I am a fan of this design, but I wish the handset were different. That's the only thing holding this back for me, but there's a whole lot of good here. I believe the Circula Heritage series, with either hand wound or automatic movement, are an excellent value proposition for those looking for a truly vintage model made in 2020. Again, my name is Patrick Marlett, and thank you for the time.